Good afternoon, everyone. It is Sunday, April 19th. Today we are going to do a Zubak family comfort food. It's going to be meatloaf, a recipe we always use at home, and roast veggies that it's just a combination of everything and always comes out yummy and makes the house smell wonderful. So we're going to put together the roast veggies right now. Both items are going to go in the oven at the same time. They're going to come out at the same time. So I've got some potatoes just cut into halves and quarters, and then some carrots that are cut really large. I'm going to place those into a bowl. We like turnips or rutabagas. Here's some rutabagas here cubed up. Let's put them in. A couple of nice onions in large chunks. We'll put that into the mix. Now, here's the kicker. This is a secret. I've got a whole head of real giant garlics, and I haven't chopped them up. They're in full size, and I'm going to put them in just like that. If you like roasted garlic and that flavor and that smell, this is going to come out just perfectly like that. Okay, so those are the veggies that we're going to roast up. We'll add a little bit of oil on the top. There we go. Balsamic vinegar, that's going to give us a lot of tang. You won't even know it's in there. A little bit of salt and a bit of Italian seasonings. Let's put that in. Let's just give that a toss. Now you can make this up ahead of time. You could do this in the morning and it could just sit all through the day. It would just take on more flavors. Okay, when you've done that, it's ready to go onto a roasting pan. I put some parchment paper so I don't have to clean it as much. If you don't, just oil it down. Okay, there we go. Simple as that. Just shuffle them around. That's ready to go into the oven. It'll go in at 400 degrees in just a bit. Now, when it comes to meatloaf, every family has a different favorite recipe. I've never come across a meatloaf I didn't like. This one I'm showing you is one that we've enjoyed at home. But any of the ingredients that I'm using, you can substitute along the way with what you like and also what you have. So we're going to start with about 1.5 pounds of some ground meat. Now that could be turkey, that could be chicken, that could be ground pork, that could be ground beef, it could be nearly anything. I don't have a recipe for vegetarian meatloaf because I think it'd be kind of silly to make something called meatloaf that didn't have meat in it. So we've got the meat inside. I'm going to use about a cup of breadcrumbs. Okay, then we're going to put half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Again, these amounts you can vary just depending on what you like. This is one of the reasons why we enjoyed the recipe. Our kids didn't like veggies early back. They love them now. But we get to put a whole cup of pumpkin and hide it inside. They never knew we put it inside there. I'm going to put about 1/3 of a cup of ketchup. You could use barbecue sauce if you wanted. If you didn't want to use any ketchup, you could just add a little bit more pumpkin instead to it or something else for flavor. Half a cup of milk. A couple of eggs. A little bit of salt. And a bit of Italian seasonings in there. You're probably wondering, why am I wearing gloves? I'm not in a lineup to go into a shopping store. I'm wearing gloves because the right tool for the right job are your hands. So when you're mixing the meatloaf, this is the best way to do it. Oh, almost forgot one ingredient. I'd sauteed up some onions and some celery just a little while ago, just until it was translucent. I'm going to put these in here as well. There we are. We are set. Time to get the hands dirty. We're just going to mix this around. It's going to be a fairly wet mixture, but it's all going to come together and gel up when you're cooking it, and is going to be an incredibly moist meatloaf. Now that your meatloaf is thoroughly mixed around, we're going to put it into a loaf pan. I've just lined it again with some parchment paper and a little bit of grease in there just to keep it from sticking. Okay, I've got more than enough for one loaf pan, so I'm just going to hand form another one here. I'll probably freeze this other one after because it'll be more than we need for dinner. There we go. We've got 2 meatloafs ready to go in the oven. We're going to put them in the oven at 400 degrees along with the vegetables that we just made up. It's going to take about an hour. We'll know the meatloaf's ready because it's going to be nice and crispy on the top, and the vegetables are all going to be crispy as well. All right, an hour's gone by. We pulled everything out of the oven. It smells crazy good in here. The potatoes, turnips, carrots, and garlic, they have all caramelized and are just absolutely amazing. And then the meatloafs are ready to go. Meatloaf, of course, can be used as a dinner, but it's also great sliced up as sandwiches, kids and adults. It's a favorite any way you slice it up. So enjoy your week. Take advantage of some of the nice weather. Work in your yard, get a garden ready. We're getting close to planting season, and be safe and stay healthy. Please click subscribe now for my newest cooking videos. A printable recipe and ingredients list can be found on my blog page. You'll find the link in the video description box. Thank you and have a great day.